I was taught to shoot as a child by my dad. I was taught gun safety. Had to use that skills at a break-in we had. It was when I was a teenager. Didn't have to shoot somebody, but the gun controlled the perpetrator. All the guy was bit. It was something. We have to realize that self-defense is a necessary thing in this world. I served in the U.S. Navy as a fire controlman. I was trained and fired those old World War II twin gun mounts. We did that. I led a crew that went around and inspected gun barrels, gunware. Guess I'm a gun person, really. I'm an avid target shooter, reloader. I'm still waiting for my federal firearms license as a collector. So I'm involved in industry. It's legitimate, I think. We like guns. But we cannot question the rights we have to self-protection. But look what's happening to the gun industry right now. Look what's happening to everyone in this country. After the Sandy Hook tragedy, we didn't hear a lot about responsibility. We heard a lot about the shortages, manipulations, all the shenanigans that went on in the gun industry, the raising of prices, the shortages. It really exploited people, which I cannot fathom why people can't say, what's going wrong here? I had a ex-buddy, ex-shipmate on our Facebook page, USS Ajax, put a plug in for that. It was in a video of the NRA. It's about a man, Wes Taylor. He was a retired police officer, elderly man, a bit frail even, but he had guns. And he had this guy he had been around doing pest control for him from a company. The guy came in at night with his girlfriend in Mass, and they banged on the door. Wes opened the door, and he came in with a baseball bat, aluminum baseball bat, that was going to cave in his head. Wes had a 9mm behind him. Shot and killed him. Accomplice came out, was running away. He emptied the rest of the gun trying to chase her down. Went back inside, got another gun, was shooting at her as she drove off. So he said, she would not go pick up the accomplice who was down in the yard dying. Now, the big thing that NRA made of this incident was that why were large capacity magazines banned for these guns? And I'm thinking 16 rounds per one gun, and that's not enough? And why were you a moron out in your yard in the middle of the night as a frail man trying to chase her down? But that's what we're facing. The onslaught, continuous onslaught from the industry of this is acceptable, that's acceptable, when it wasn't acceptable before. Does anybody remember Bill Ruger? He's the man that founded with Sturm, the company Ruger that makes guns. He didn't make anything more than 10-round capacity. In fact, in 1989, he wrote Congress suggesting that they ban large capacity magazines. Some people still consider him a traitor. How about Dick Metcalf? He was an editor and writer for the Guns and Ammo magazine. He wrote in December this article entitled, let me find it. It was entitled, Do Certain Firearm Regulations Really Constitute Infringement? He was talking about the new laws for concealed carry in Illinois, because that required 16 hours of education to do that, to carry concealed. He argued that good training to qualify to bear arms was not a burden, but a benefit to society to do that. And the firestorm of criticism and all that went on got him fired and his editor fired too. Wow. So, yeah, I'm a gun owner, but I'm not into the hysteria. They're playing us for fools, and they're marking up their prices, and they're doing all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's apparent to me that it's gone out of control. So my viewpoint here is, how can we bring it back to some level of sanity as gun owners? Because I'm going to be a responsible gun owner, and I want my offspring to be responsible gun owners, and I want the society to get back some reasonable balance. We're going to go into a lot of details here, I'm sure, about all this, but we have to have some balance going on here. So I'll turn this over back to the